New Horizons wasn't perfect. Don't get me wrong, it was a fantastic game, and I loved every second that I've played. But there are plenty of areas that Nintendo can improve on for the next game. We're breaking down every place New Horizons failed. Make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to be covering the crap out of the next game whenever it comes out. If it comes out. Nah, it'll definitely come out. For sure. Probably. But first, I want to take a minute to thank today's sponsor, Toon Blast. Toon Blast is a free-to-play mobile game where you have to solve puzzles within a certain number of moves. Successfully solve it, and you'll move on to the next level. Use up all your moves and you'll have to try again before you can level up. Which means you have to use your brain. I know, I hate using mine sometimes too. But Toon Blast makes brain using fun. I like trying to get the best combos to happen. It's so satisfying to see the entire screen explode at once. The best part? No Wi-Fi is needed to play the game. It's one of the few mobile games you can actually play anytime, anywhere, which also means there are no ads that you have to listen to, so you can keep playing without having to listen to someone trying to sell you something. As you level up, you'll be able to work with other players to unlock in-game rewards for yourself and your team. The more active your team is, the more items you earn. I have, of course, joined the Animal Crossing team. I expect to see you there soon. Say hi once you do. There are over 7,000 levels currently in the game, so your fun won't run out quickly. There are also many fun and challenging mini-games that you can play to claim rewards, if you're good enough. You could just keep playing to kill time until the next Animal Crossing game releases. Because something tells me we're gonna have to wait a bit, so why not spend that time actively working on your puzzle skills? Make those combos, blow up the screen, oh yeah. And the game's got good reviews. How can you deny that? Download Toon Blast for free and support my channel by clicking my link in the description or the pinned comment, or scan the QR code on screen to receive 3 hours of unlimited lives and 100 free coins. Now that we've exercised our brains, it's time to get back to the video. The thing all of us want? Bulk crafting. And I'm not talking about bulk crafting for everything. We probably won't need to craft 10 tables at a time, but something like bait, maybe tools, chairs, you know, the items that you naturally have multiples of, let me bulk craft them. I completely stopped using bait because I could only craft one at a time. I know this is a life sim, and if I'm sitting here peeling apart manila clams in real life, I can only do one at a time. This is true. But animals talk in this game. I don't know how close to real they're trying to stay here. I want more of a storyline. I know Animal Crossing games are supposed to be mostly sandboxy and not have a complete story quest line, but I want something to keep me playing. Though I will give New Horizons credit, this was the longest storyline the series has seen so far. New Leaf had this whole secret mayor letter story that they just never built on. I was really upset to not get another letter from the real mayor of town, though my theory is that it was supposed to be Tortimer, but instead he just rode off into the sunset and made his own island. Speaking of Tortimer, I want more random events like the Tortimer lighthouse job from the GameCube version. The story is that Tortimer goes on vacation, so he needs someone to turn on the lighthouse every night for him while he's gone. So it's your job to log on to the game every night and turn on the lighthouse. Something small like that is all they need to add. It gives you some kind of purpose. The holiday events are fun, and I love them, but you know when they're coming. Small surprises like this throughout your first year of playing the game could add so much to the experience. Still speaking of Tortimer, give me the mini games back. How many times do I have to ask? We really need more multiplayer options. Sure, we can have people show up to our island, but once they get here, there's not much they can do with us. Let them help us decorate our island, play some mini games that aren't just setting a timer and seeing how many bugs we can catch. I want more activities to do. There are 40 million other people who play this game, yet I don't want to play with them. And to make playing with other people less annoying, make the load time shorter. I know this is probably a Switch issue and not a design choice, but I feel like there could have been a better way to do it, especially with upgraded hardware for the next console. It shouldn't take 15 minutes to load 7 people onto an island just to have one person disconnect and ruin it for everyone else. It doesn't take nearly as long to get that many people to play together in Splatoon or Smash Brothers, so why Animal Crossing? Is there that much more to load? I want to work together with other people to unlock stuff. Some kind of like world building. Okay, now this is just starting to sound like Loftia. But this would be a cool mechanic to allow us to play with friends. We could all work towards something. But then again, people who don't have online, you can't really make that part of the story because then they'd be left out. I don't know. I I just want more things to do with my friends, please. And to cut out more loading screens, let me go from one Nook Mile ticket island to another. If mystery islands are in the next game, of course, which they totally should be, villager hunting has become one of the most popular unintended mechanics of this game. They have to leave it in now. Let me print out multiple Nook Mile tickets at once. Even if we're only going to like 10 or 20 islands, that's still a lot of time to stand in front of a Nook stop clicking the same options over and over and over. And add one of those machines into the airport. Why can't I buy airline tickets at the airport like a normal person if the next game even has airports or islands? This mechanic will most likely be changed around to whatever the next game includes if they even do decide to keep villager hunting, which they totally should. I'd be upset if they didn't. My next pet peeve, angled furniture. Why do we still only have 4 different directions that furniture can turn? Will it mess up the grid system that much if we can turn it 8 different directions? We don't need the crazy cool 24 options that Palia has, but more than 4 would be nice. At the same time, just completely take away the grid system. I know it's probably impossible and I'm definitely overreaching on these mechanics, but after playing Palia, I can't decorate any other way. I want more ways to build up my town, or island, or planet, whatever Nintendo decides to give us next. Harv's Island was a cool addition, but I want an expanded main street, or city from City Folk. We don't really have anything to build up on this game, especially compared to past installments. Like New Leaf, where we could build up every single shop. Now, New Leaf's main street definitely wasn't perfect. It's been 10 years and I still don't have Katrina, but still, it was better than us not being able to upgrade anything in New Horizons. We upgraded the museum once, well, twice before the 2.0 update, resident services once, and Nook's Cranny only once. The one upgradable building that has been in the series since forever, we couldn't even upgrade a bunch at New Horizons. If you aren't 100% sold on decorating your island in an Animal Crossing game, then you probably finished New Horizons relatively quickly. If we could keep the same design mechanics of placing furniture outside and making our entire town the way we want it to, but also add in the extra goals of expanding these buildings, it would give everyone more to do and expand the gameplay without having to give us constant updates all the time. But also I want more consistent, constant updates. They don't have COVID as an excuse anymore. Hopefully, God forbid another pandemic happens. But I'm excited to see what an Animal Crossing game could look like with an entire team of people not disrupted by a devastating worldwide event. Maybe some smaller updates like how Splatoon 2's update schedule was, where there was like just one small new thing every week. Though clearly Nintendo didn't like this way of updating since they completely changed the way Splatoon 3 gets updates. But this even kind of killed Splatoon 3 for me. I play for the first week or so, and then I wait 3 months for the new update. Not as exciting of an update schedule, but probably way easier to manage on the development side of things. This time around, I want updates that are actually updates. Don't hold on to main mechanics like diving. Sure, it was cool to see Brewster come back after months of wanting him, but as much as I love him, he's not really a gameplay mechanic. I didn't mind waiting for him. I did mind waiting for diving to come back. Kind of makes sense for some NPCs to take a while to show up to the deserted island, but being surrounded by water with no way of swimming, that didn't make any sense. I want gameplay to unlock these main mechanics, instead of just sitting and waiting for real life time. Kind of similar to how we upgrade Nook's Cranny in this game, even though that one does take real life time, so that's a bad example. But there's still gameplay that you have to do. Or inviting Mabel to open Able Sisters. There's still requirements that you have to meet. There's gameplay tied to unlocking these. I want more of that. Make me take swimming courses with Captain before I'm allowed to dive or something. I don't know, just gameplay. I want more gameplay. Bring back the villager dialogue of GameCube. Doesn't have to be all nasty, rude, simple comments, but they need some kind of personality. Right now, they don't have much. I understand that it's hard in a game where there's so much dialogue. The devs have to sit there and write out every character of every sentence, and the localization teams have the daunting task of translating all of it. But their current way of doing dialogue has made the villagers incredibly boring. They're nothing more than cute dolls we collect through villager hunting. Make them mean. Let them spit in our faces. I want to be entertained. What mechanics do you want improved in the next game? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to download Toon Blast by using my link in the description, the pinned comment, or scanning my QR code to receive 3 hours of unlimited lives and 100 free coins. And I'll see you next time. Bye!